Hi, Peraton Weather meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Tuesday, July 6th. Elsa is now a strong tropical storm near the Florida Keys. It will ride pretty much parallel to the west coast of Florida over the next 12 to 24 hours or so, reaching the Big Bend region of Florida by early tomorrow morning, and then it should cross northern Florida and ride up along the Atlantic seaboard over the next couple of days, probably reaching the Delmarva Peninsula, southern New Jersey region by about later Thursday. Then it'll move just off the northeast coastline and probably strengthen after it moves back out over the open waters of the western Atlantic Ocean. Here's the latest visible satellite imagery just coming in now over the last hour or two, and you can see a lot of convective activity right near Key West, which is located right in this region right here. And this is pretty much where the center of Elsa is right at the moment, just very close to the Florida Keys. Sustained winds around 60 miles per hour or so, maximum sustained winds around 60 miles per hour or so. Again, a strong tropical storm status right now. It should ride pretty much parallel to the west coast of Florida over the next 12 to 24 hours or so, and then make landfall somewhere around the Big Bend region of Florida by early tomorrow. Cross over northern Florida during the day on Wednesday, and then right up along the Atlantic seaboard. Again, quite an impressive system. It has slowed down some, certainly compared to what it was doing over the past week, and it was pushing along at some time over the weekend anywhere from 25 to 30 miles per hour or so. Now about 12 miles per hour to the northwest, and again it should just pretty much parallel the west coast of Florida, and there will be squalls rotating around this system all the way to the east coast of Florida from later today into tomorrow morning. Again, headed for this part of Florida, making landfall somewhere early tomorrow, and then crossing over the state of Florida, the northern part of the state of Florida, on Wednesday morning. Well, here's a look at the radar loop from WSIsandTelecast.com. A few areas I want to point out. First of all, here is a lot of the rainfall associated with Elsa. Again, a strong tropical storm this morning. It will send some heavy rain bands all the way across the state of Florida to the east coast later today into tonight and tomorrow morning. And again, the center of Elsa should just parallel the west coast of Florida and then make landfall tomorrow morning along the Big Bend region of Florida, cut across northern Florida, then move along the Atlantic seaboard, probably reaching a position over the Delmarva Peninsula, southern New Jersey by the time we get to later Thursday into Thursday night. Certainly can have some kind of an impact in places like D.C., Philadelphia, New York City. If so, it would be later Thursday into Thursday night, perhaps as late as early Friday. Some heavy thunderstorm activity across the interior northeast today. There certainly can be some strong storms all the way down to the Mason-Dixon line later today and tonight. Hot, humid today and tomorrow in the Mid-Atlantic region. 95 degrees on the table for afternoon highs today and tomorrow. D.C., Philadelphia, New York City. A lot of rainfall continuing here across the Gulf Coast region of Louisiana and into southern Texas. Just a tremendous amount of rainfall over the last few days in that part of the nation. Well, here's the latest official forecast track by NOAA's National Hurricane Center. Again, this system entered the Caribbean early on Friday and moved over some strong from some higher temperature water in the central and western Caribbean compared to what it was experiencing in the eastern part of the Atlantic. We kind of knew that the conditions were pretty favorable for it to maintain its strength. It crossed over Cuba, some higher terrain, but has maintained its strength as a strong tropical storm this morning right near the Florida Keys. And again, it will parallel the coastline today and then cross over into northern Florida by tomorrow morning, and then to the north and east. Now, while it will weaken some after it moves overland tomorrow into Thursday, as soon as it gets back out over the warmer waters of the western Atlantic, it could return its strength back to tropical storm status. And again, by late Thursday night, likely to be right in this region right here, the Delmarva Peninsula. It's a southern part of New Jersey, and certainly can be some kind of an impact. Places like D.C., Philadelphia, New York City, later Thursday night into early Friday, with an enhanced chance of showers and thunderstorms. And of course, some of that rain can fall heavily at times, depending on the exact ultimate track of Elsa. Then it moves out over the open waters of the western Atlantic and can have an impact on Nova Scotia by the early part of the upcoming weekend. Well, let's just take a look at the European model. Last week we kind of focused in on the GFS model, and frankly it had a little bit more emphasis on this storm Elsa as compared with the European model. And again, the storm did maintain its strength over the weekend. Now the European is certainly onto this particular system. We'll see its projection over the next few days. And here it is at the beginning of the time period on on Tuesday morning right here off the Florida Keys here. Now watch what happens as it, let's do that a little slower, as it pushes up along the western coast of Florida here over the next 12 to 24 hours or so, and then makes landfall tomorrow morning right in the Big Bend region of Florida. These maps, by the way, from WSI Incorporated. Then it'll turn to the north and east and kind of parallel the east coast up through the Carolinas, producing some heavy rainfall along the way. Again, likely to reach the Delmarva Peninsula this particular time, southern New Jersey, later Thursday night, Friday morning. This is actually the Friday morning forecast map. It'll probably be a little quicker than this. Tropical systems tend to kind of pick up speed once they get into higher and higher latitudes, and the models are often slow on that increasing motion to the north and northeast in the middle latitude. So again, could reach the Delmarva Peninsula, southern New Jersey. I'm thinking more like Thursday night than this particular forecast map for Friday morning. Then it moves back out over the western Atlantic, and don't be surprised if it intensifies along the New England coastline or just to the east of there over the warmer waters of the western Atlantic, and ultimately can impact northern New England, Nova Scotia by late Friday or Saturday morning. So again, we're still dealing with Elsa, and will be dealing with Elsa over the next few days up along the Atlantic seaboard. Again today, a strong tropical storm right now near the Florida Keys. Maximum sustained winds around 60 miles per hour or so. Makes landfall early tomorrow, Big Bend region of Florida. Crosses northern Florida tomorrow morning, midday, and then rides up along the Atlantic seaboard all the way into Thursday night, Friday time frame, ultimately reaching northern New England or Nova Scotia by the early part of the upcoming weekend. That's it for now. For PeratonWeather.com, I'm meteorologist Paul Orion.